they need to take responsibility for this. I mean, this is an absolute mess.
Han Meditations.
Hey guys, as you can see, I have all these journals. The link will be in the description. Check this out, and it'll be in Amazon. Go ahead and get the book if you want to support the channel. Thank you guys for watching. Hello guys, I'm Han. This is Kelly. We are Han Meditations. Today we have an interesting video. We have Dan Bilzerian talking on the PBD podcast on Valuetainment, talking about Israel, and wow, he said a lot of things that are, I honestly, we're going to watch the video and give our opinions, but we aren't that informed on every single nuanced little bit of information. And that's why we watch as many videos as we can and hear different people's opinions. So let's go ahead and hear the video and then we'll, give our opinion.
Mm-hmm. Let me go to a different conversation with you. Recently, when I watched some of your tweets, I don't know if you've announced this or not. I don't know if you've joined AIPAC. I don't know if you are, if you are an advisor for them. Let me read some of these tweets. Muslims aren't the problem. The open borders and motherfuckers and the media attacking nationalism, pushing DEI, transgenderism, and destroying moral values are the problem. August 4th. If you don't put America first as a U.S. politician, you are committing treason. Supporting Israel is bad for America. Netanyahu is a convicted war criminal and Israel is not our ally. We fought way too many wars for Israel and we certainly don't need to give them any more money. July 25th. These idiots have ruined movies. Everything they put out is literally propaganda. And then all of a sudden we got scripture here. For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Is this recent comments you're making about Israel a recent thing, or have you always had these beliefs?
It's more recent. I didn't really realize what a problem it was until recently, and then everybody was scared to say something about it. My brother told me, you can't say anything about it, they'll fucking kill you. Everybody basically said that I couldn't say anything about it. And actually now they're literally trying to kick me off the board of my company because of those tweets. So shit. Yeah, I've definitely had a lot of negative pushback, a lot of my Jewish friends. But I don't give a fuck. It's one of those things where I know that it's the right thing. And the fact that everybody else is scared to say it makes me, feel obligated to be vocal about it.
Why do you think it's the right thing?
Because I know that they're a fucking parasite. They provide the U.S. absolutely no value. They've done so many thand would constitute, an act of war against us. I mean, USS Liberty, Lebanon Affair. I mean, I can go on and on and on and on and on. But I think they knew about 9/11. I think they had JFK assassinated. The first thing that he wanted to do, right before he died was, make AIPAC a foreign entity, and not allow them to have nukes. And then all of a sudden this fucking guy's dead. And Jack Ruby, who is Jack Rubenstein, I mean, it's just and then you just, I don't know, man, I can't ignore all the shit that they've done. They sold our secrets. Netanyahu lied to us about weapons of mass destruction. We fought all these fucking wars. My friends have died over there. And I just look at what they provided us with, and it's fucking, it's not nothing. It's a negative, it's not, even if they just didn't do jack shit, that would be, bad, but they've actually done things to hurt us over and over and over again. So this whole thing of they're our greatest allies, just complete fucking bullshit. And, we send them $100 billion, then they send AIPAC $100 million, and then they distribute it to our politicians, and every politician is a little fucking AIPAC handler walking around and telling them what to fucking say and how to vote. And it's just look, I'll donate $100,000 to politicians, and they call me up hey, you need anything? Every week. I don't need shit. I fucking sit on my ass. I don't do anything. I don't care. I don't fucking break any laws. I don't need any favors. I just gave it to them because I didn't want to see any more fucking retard, Democrats in there. So, but that's 100,000. What does 100 million buy you? How many fucking phone calls do those guys get? And so I just know how it works, and the system is broken. These people get into office and they don't have very much money, and they get out of office with fucking tens or hundreds of millions of dollars. It's not a fucking accident, right?
Is that an Israel thing, or is that anybody? Because China's doing the same thing.
China doesn't have they don't have an AIPAC. Israel is the only one that has a fucking, a lobby in the U.S. fucking, giving these politicians money.
Okay, no, every country, the big ones all have lobbyists. They all have lobbying that they're doing.
Not in the U.S. They're registered as foreign entities.
Right. I mean, if you're talking about, are you going to the dual citizenship part with Israel, Israel?
That's another problem is a lot of our politicians have far more allegiance to Israel than they do the United States. I mean, that's a whole nother issue as well.
Do you know why they did the dual citizenship? Do you know the history behind why they did the dual citizenship?
What do you mean?
Like, so the whole concept of dual citizenship was because when Israel became a, country again, they didn't want the people from here who wanted to go back to Israel that didn't have a motivation to go if they were going to lose their citizenship here. So that was the reason why they did it. It was kind of like, okay, you're your own country. We kind of need some of you guys to move over there to help the country out. Yeah, but I'm not going to go. Why are you not going to go? Am I going to lose my citizenship here? But you are. I mean, we don't do that. Every other country, I don't want to lose my citizenship. Well, okay, how about if we do this? How about if we allow you, just Israel, to go back to your country, you won't lose your citizenship? That was the arrangement at the beginning why they did it that way.
No, look, I get it. I have 3 citizenships. You know what I mean? I think it's okay. I think
What's the third one? I know Armenia, but what's the...
St. Kitts.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, so, I mean, I don't have an issue with dual citizenship. My issue is when somebody is holding a U.S. office and they are putting a foreign nation's interest before America's interest, and they are favoring that other country. And so that, to me, is treason. Like, when you are a U.S. government official, your motivation should be to do things in the best interest of the government that you are representing, not 100%. Some other fucking foreign country. And that's the problem. Okay,
so, but go through it. So what is the solution? Meaning, if Israel's the enemy, then if let's just say you don't do anything and everybody in the Middle East unites to take out Israel, do you think the Middle East is better without Israel? And do you think the world's a safer place without Israel?
100%. It's not even close.
Okay, tell me why. Why do you think?
Give me an argument otherwise, please. But give me one argument why the world would be better off with Israel. Let's just start with that. One thing. Give me one thing.
Have you ever lived in the Middle East?
No.
I lived there for 10.5 years. It's a very, it's not as like here. You can sit here, you can be an atheist, you can be an agnostic, I can be a Christian, he can be a Jew, he can be an LDS, Muslim, no problem. We can coexist here. You can do that in Israel. You can do that.
I mean, not really. They're operating apartheid right now. So everybody's not living equally.
Not at the level of Iran. Not at the level of what Iran is doing. I mean, in Iran, if you're thinking what Israel is doing out of control, do you know how much money Khamenei's families made? Do you know how much money they've taken? They have 200.
I've never been to Iran, but I've been to Dubai, I've been to Saudi, I've been to UAE. So they're all Muslim. They seem to be operating fine.
I would say Iran's slightly different than, but go back to it. So, okay. So you think the Middle East and the world would be a better place if Israel didn't exist?
Yes.
Okay.
Israel's committed, so many terrorist attacks. They're stealing land right now. They're operating apartheid. They're currently committing a genocide on Palestinians. Like, do you believe in the genocide they're committing?
I think they're fighting for themselves and they're defending themselves.
Do you think that's defense?
Well,
when 1,200 people died, and of which the 1,200 you've killed and admitted that you've killed a lot during, your Hannibal.
I would tell you this. The part I question where people who are Jewish can't stand when I say this, I don't know how you, Netanyahu, claim you have the best intelligence in the world, Mossad, and you didn't know that on October 7th they're attacking you.
They knew about it. They didn't. They wanted it to happen, so they had a reason to take that. They wanted a reason to take the land.
I totally get it.
And they killed their own citizens. And they claimed that all these people got raped. That was bullshit. They claimed beheaded babies. That was bullshit. Everything that they said was a fucking complete. Not only was it a lie, but they committed all those atrocities themselves to the Palestinians and been caught doing it. In fact, they just got caught gang raping Palestinians. How many babies have they killed? All the things that they accuse the Palestinians of or Hamas of or whatever, they're guilty of 100-fold themselves. And they've been doing that. Like, October 7th wasn't the start of this. Like, the start of this was Nakba. They've done so many different...
disagree. Yeah, I don't disagree.
Yeah, so I mean, this is not like, it's not like October 7th is like, it's all of a sudden they just came over there unsolicited and just killed people. Like, they have been killing Palestinians for years and years, operating 2 sets of justice. It's like they have the justice for the Palestinians and the justice for the Israelis. And if you read the Talmud, like, if you're not Jewish, you're basically not a human. You're like, like cattle. If a Jew is killed by, somebody that's not Jewish, then it's the death penalty. If a Jew kills somebody that's not a Jew, then, you can't kill them. It's not the death penalty. Like, they literally like segregate in their Bible.
They're very protective of themselves. I don't think anybody can debate that. I don't think it's a...
Well, it's not the problem isn't that they're protective of themselves. The problem comes when you think that you're better than other people and you think it's okay to lie to anybody that's not a Jew. You think it's okay to steal from people that are not a Jew. You have 2 sets of standards. The problem with that is it allows you to rationalize anything. right? And human beings are generally self-serving creatures. So if your fundamental religious belief system allows you to operate in such a way that you believe there isn't consequences to stealing from other people, killing other people, raping, kids that are under 9 years old, like if you think those things are okay, then, how are you going to operate? Because to me, like my moral code keeps me on track.
I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's because you're saying it one-sided. You're not telling the other side of the story on what they're doing either. You're not saying what Hamas did. You're not saying what they did.
What did Hamas do?
I mean, from day one, when you see the rapes and the videos, we've all seen it. This isn't something
what rapes and videos?
But stay on this here if you want to continue with this.
But what rapes and videos?
But my concern when you're saying Israel's doing it, you're saying the other side isn't doing anything.
No, but I'm asking. There was no rapes during October 7th. They've shown no rapes from October 7th. They showed no beheaded babies. All that was all bullshit.
I'll send you stuff. No, there's plenty of stories. It's not all of them.
The Israeli articles that I saw recently said that there was only 2 babies killed. One was shot by a bullet, and the other one died in a hospital. There was no babies in ovens. There was no beheaded babies. All that was all bullshit.
Okay, so go back to the part when you said they think they're better than you. You believe that Jews think they're better than everybody else.
It says it in their Bible.
Okay, but you believe they're better than everybody else. Okay.
I didn't say they're better than everybody else.
They think.
According to their scripture.
Okay, but what if...
And if you look at how they operate, right, like they literally caught people raping Palestinian prisoners, and there was riots. But the riots weren't because they were raping the prisoners. The riots were because they felt like they had the right to rape the fucking prisoners. That's why they almost had a fucking civil war, because they felt like they had the right to rape these prisoners. They felt like that was okay because they weren't Jewish. So, when you have a society that operates like that, you're going to have fucking problems. And they're not the fucking most moral army. That's all fucking bullshit. Everything that they say, it's just like almost like, listen, when somebody lies to me, like if you lie to me, I'm not probably going to trust you again. You lie to me a second time, I'm definitely not going to trust you. You lie to me a third time, and I let you lie to me the third time, I'm the fucking idiot. These motherfuckers have lied like 10,000 times. So, like, I don't believe anything they say anymore.
I come from a place of, I don't sit here expecting you to tell me 100% the truth. I don't sit here thinking, yeah, Dan's going to tell me 100% the truth with whatever he has in his life. I don't expect that from you because I don't expect people to walk on water. That's not my expect. I'm going to live my life. I'm going to live it with my life, but you can't think that China's going to tell us the truth, or Iran tells us the truth, or U.S. tells everybody the truth, or you think any country is going to tell us 100% the truth.
But I don't know, man. I got a different moral code. Like in gambling,
it's not about
but in gambling and business, like with my friend group, like you lie one time, you welch on a debt, you do one
You're
thing.
Talking friendship, though.
I'm just saying, my friends, people that I know, people that I do business with, people I gamble with, like
it's the same thing I have as well. It's the same thing most people have. There's a difference between on the personal side than on the.
Wow. First off, I want to say again that we are not well versed in this at all. So if you have videos that you want us to watch that recommend maybe what's going on in Iran, maybe what's going on in Israel, in Palestine, the history of it, we did a couple videos. I want the top comments to be videos you want us to watch and react to so that we can better give our opinion on the situation. Now, reacting to the video. I mean, this is just... Number one, there's a powerful wave going on where people are just basically calling out how they feel and having enough and saying enough is enough. Now, with this whole situation going on, it really just seems that the media and everyone is just lying and not telling the truth and not telling the whole truth. And we have that problem here in America too, where people are not giving you the proper information. So for instance, whenever he was talking about babies being killed and all this, and then he's going back and forth and saying, no, that's not true. That never happened. It's like, well, which one is true? Because we keep hearing multiple things all the time, different scenarios. This happened. No, this happened. No, that happened. Oh, well, then they come back and say, oh, well, this never happened. And then he's talking about people being raped in prisons and then they're rioting because they wanted to have the right to rape people. I mean, that is just absolutely disgusting and sick. And something needs to be done with this whole Palestine situation because we know a lot of Palestinian people and these people need to be supported. They got displaced from their land and now they're even taking more land, and these people, it's a real genocide happening. I just don't want this for the world. I don't want this for the people living there. I don't want this for the children. I don't want war. We need to have some kind of solution where there can be some peace, where they can stop and people can come together. Because we did a video where it talked about how Israel became the state of Israel and how they took it over. And
right.
It's just like, man, and I don't think that that's right. But at the end of the day, it's like, what are we going to do from this day forward to move forward from this situation? How are we going to make it better? Because more war and more killing and more rape, and this is not good. This is pure evil. The atrocities of war. I mean, it's not worth it. So we have to think about a situation where we can come together and support these people and help the people of Palestine so that they can actually get their land back. And in a perfect case scenario, they could basically just live together. I don't know if that's possible. I really don't know. But, in a perfect case scenario, then they could get their land back. They could be in charge of their land. And then that could be that, So, but I don't know. It's just so disheartening and so sad to see what's going on in these countries.
Yeah, the issue with Palestine, we would all love to see them just this resolved, because no innocent people should ever be involved in such crimes and heinous things going on and war at all. We never want to see war that's so low vibrational. Like, we are humans. We can communicate without such atrocities. And this issue has been going on for so long. I mean, so long. I remember back when we were in high school, like 2009. And as we've said before, we went to a lot of school with a lot of people, Muslim people, but, people from Palestinians, exactly. And people were always saying, even back then, like, free Palestine, free Palestine. I remember people always saying it. And that's, 10 years ago, but even way far beyond that, as we've learned. And, of course, this is not a black and white issue. And there's a lot to it. But like Han said, and like they were discussing, when it comes to something this serious, there shouldn't be any mixed messages about it. Like, literally babies getting harmed. Is it true or is it not? Why is it even a question if it actually happened or not? Like, if the news job is to deliver the correct information, why do we still not even know the correct information on something that serious? So, but at the same time, to me, I mean, I know how the news is. I know how the media is. It's always going to be trickery. It's always going to be propaganda. So I'm past the point of expecting them to give the truth, but as a principle, it should be. And that's just one small case where, at least in the USA, our news does not give proper information. And that's just the way it is. So it's same thing with getting involved in these wars. I don't think US is always getting involved in wars and putting so much money. It's like, can we focus on our own country? I've always had a problem with that. I don't like war. But at the same time, same with that. There's so many underlying things going on, such as they say the lobbyists and the money that's supposed to go to war. Is it really going to the war? When it goes to the weapons, are all these weapons going to the war, etc.? So there's just so much to it. It's such a complex issue. And admittingly, we do need to learn more. We are not super informed. I'll be the first to admit, but I do enjoy learning more and hearing other people's perspectives.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, the people that put this country into place, Israel, and put these people there and in charge, they need to take responsibility for this. I mean, this is an absolute mess. It's 2024. You should not be having this low vibrational war. Like Kelly said, as a human race, we have to rise above this and really realize that we are all one. We are one entity. We all come from God. This is not supposed to be happening. We're not supposed to be killing our brothers and sisters in war. We're not supposed to be separated. We're not supposed to be so far away from God. This is all so far away from God. And this is not the intentions that God had whenever he put us on this planet. So we need to figure out a way that we can come together and really make a change, guys. So definitely do your meditating, send your prayers, and just really get in tune with God, because this is going to resolve itself one way or another, guys. So Thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for liking and subscribing, guys. Subscribe to the video. A lot of people are not subscribed. So please subscribe to the channel. It helps us out a lot. And thank you for donating, even $1, $2, $1 million. It doesn't matter. All the money that you guys donate, even 1 cent, just lets us know we're on the right page. So thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the next video.